Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of Two Amazon Sellers and a Microphone. I'm Dustin Kane, and with me, as always, is Chris Gramlich. How are you, Chris?
Good, Dustin. How's things going with you?
Doing well. It is another Red Friday here in Kansas City, so I've got all my Chiefs gear on, gearing up for the game on Sunday. It's going to be fantastic. But I'm excited about this topic. We're going to dive into Sellozo, talk about what it is, what it does. Both you and I work at Sellozo. We're both account executives at Sellozo, so we demo the software. We use it personally for our businesses, and we talk to Amazon sellers every day about the benefits of automating and optimizing your PPC on Amazon. So I think this will be a really informative topic for us just to go through just an overview of Sellozo, what it does, how it does it, how it can help, and how we can even give you a discount on your first month. So let's dive in. Let's do this. So look, Chris, you just want to just in terms of background on Sellozo, let's tell everybody. I mean, I've now been with Sellozo for over a year, had my 1 year anniversary this month. So I've been with him for a year. You've been with him a little longer. Chris, help get a little background on you.
Yeah, so I've been with him a little bit over a year and a half now with this company. It's been great. Found him through a local meetup, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. It's taken a lot of time or a lot of task off my hands.
Mm-hmm.
So what's Sellozo? What we are is we focus on automating your Amazon PPC on a daily basis, all based around a target ACoS that you set for each campaign. And the whole goal is to get you that target ACoS, but also to generate you some more sales. So you can see the keyword bids, you can see all the data inside. It's a really good team. We got a lot of good stuff that we're getting ready to roll out. And I couldn't be happier. I love working here. It's been fun. I've learned a lot. I can tell you before I worked at Sellozo, I didn't really understand PPC that much. But now working with Sellozo and the team over there and the team that we have, I've learned a lot more about PPC than I did in the past. That's really helped my business. And not only that, when we talk to sellers, we can also help them understand PPC better because of what we've learned with the team. So yeah, it's good. It's a PPC tool, but there's also a lot more into it.
Yeah, I think a good way to get this topic started is to sort of describe the pain point that Sellozo cures.
Yeah.
We can talk about early in our businesses when we launched our businesses on Amazon. We dove into PPC, and a lot of times when you turn on campaigns in Amazon, you think Amazon is doing something to make those campaigns perform better for you, and they're not. There's different types of campaigns that you can run, and so there's no optimization going on. So a lot of times you will launch campaigns and you will see less than satisfactory results, and that will force you to either stop advertising or spend less money on it, and you won't get that Amazon flywheel effect that you're looking for, where you're starting to rank organically, et cetera. So that's where optimization comes in, and the way you can do it manually, and the way that you and I have done it before, it involves just downloading tons of spreadsheets from Amazon. You'd have to go into, like, if you're running an automatic targeting campaign, you've got to download the search term report, plow through it, make sure you're finding all the keywords that have been successful, make sure you're finding all the keywords that are costing you a lot of money and not converting to sales, making those negatives, moving keywords to manual campaigns, and then adjusting bids. And you have to decide, hey, how am I going to determine whether I adjust my bid up or down based on what metric? And so there can be hours and hours of work to do this right. You and I have done it. It's makes my brain explode. It's my least favorite thing. I much more enjoy high-level conversations about strategy and then not having to do all the mundane details of that to implement the strategy. And so Sellozo comes to solve that pain point for Amazon sellers. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, for sure. And here's a kind of a quick screenshot of what we do, kind of what it looks like inside. It is a different mindset. Like creating listings and doing imaging is more of like creative mind, like getting in your creative mindset. With PPC, it's all analytics, all data. So you got to kind of change that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And this tool is taking a lot of time off my hands. I don't have to worry about doing this anymore. Just like you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
every day, Sellozo will go into my ad campaigns and it makes bid adjustments on all my keywords to get me more impressions, more clicks, which hopefully generates more sales. It'll make the negative keywords for you automatically. It'll discover new keywords for you automatically. It can create new campaigns for you automatically. And the bid adjustments again automatically. So all that is being done, and then I don't have to worry about that. I can go find new product. I can make my listings better. I can,
Mm-hmm.
work out with my all that, which is nice.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It is a game changer for sure. And now, for those of you that are on our live stream, we do have Sellozo pulled up. For those of you that are listening on the podcast, we'll describe this very detailed. So don't worry about you can't see our screen. But along with the ad automation and optimization, Sellozo provides a lot of really detailed reporting on your account, both just high level overview of your account, your Seller Central or Vendor Central account, as well as at the product or SKU level, where you can break down and see that. We also have inventory projections. We have some really cool features we call a live order map, which is an interactive map where you can view pinpoints where all of your orders are coming from. This kind of data can be so helpful just in all your other, like if you're doing any sort of geo-targeting on social media marketing, then knowing where your orders are coming from can help you with that as well. So there's a lot of other data that you're getting and a lot of reporting that you're getting besides just the ad automation.
Yeah, and something to really touch on is like there's a lot of different theories out there. Like some people are all like PPC needs to be manual. You need to do it manually. Yeah, and some people are like, I just want to automate it. You could do both inside here. Just because we focus on automating your ads doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to start automating your ads from day one. You can actually choose which campaigns you want Sellozo to automate for you. And you can still do manual optimizations inside here. And it's actually easier and faster to do it inside Sellozo than it is doing it through Seller Central or bulk uploads. I've done both. And so I find it easier to do it inside Sellozo. It's a lot faster. I can see the data. Everything transfers over to your Seller Central or Vendor Central account. So if you make any change in Sellozo, it's going to do it exactly in those other accounts that you have, your seller accounts. But we organize the data a lot better than Seller Central and Vendor Central, and so you can get a better, clear picture on exactly where you're spending your money, how profitable your products are, and your spend is, and it's just easier to see inside this platform. So it's been great for me. I love it. I'm able to like dig down in each keyword. I can see the activity log for each keyword. I can make bid adjustments if I wanted to on each keyword, but the tool handles all that, and every day it does it. And so it's nice to have something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you broke up on me a little bit. Yeah, you just broke up a little on us, Chris. But still, I completely agree with you about myself personally for my business. I spend more time inside Sellozo than I do inside Seller Central, just because everything's cleaner. I can see it better. I can make adjustments like you're talking about easier. So unless I'm launching a new product and uploading images or anything directly to Seller Central or doing something like a coupon or something of that nature. But if I'm just looking at my account and I want to know, what my profitability is, or at the SKU level, how the financials look, I'm inside Sellozo because it's so much cleaner. Now, there's a couple. So let's talk about the different sections inside Sellozo. There's 5 main sections. There's your dashboard, which is going to give you high level account overview. There's product view section, which we're going to touch on next. That's where we're breaking all of the data down at the SKU or ASIN or parent ASIN level. Then you have your PPC manager section, where you're going to be able to start optimizing your campaigns. You have an activity log, which will show every single adjustment that our tool has made. and you can filter through that. And then you have financial reporting, where we're breaking out all the financials from Seller Central. So you'll be able to see all the FBA fees, all the different commissions, everything at the account level, as well as the ability to upload your cost of goods sold and any inbound shipping costs. So everywhere on our platform, you're able to see true profit margin throughout everything. So, because really we're able to pull everything except for cost of goods sold and inbound shipping. And the nice thing about Sellozo is none of this information gets sent back to Amazon. It gets stored on Sellozo. So a lot of people are worrisome about giving Amazon information like the cost of their goods as if they're going to use it against them. All that data is protected on Sellozo, so you're able to see the reporting fully. So Chris, let's touch on what the power of the product view section is inside Sellozo and how that can help you as a seller.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite sections, because what it does is it takes all your products and it dissects that product and gives you all the information for that product. Everything from your revenues to your cost, to the ad performance for that product, for your inventory, to your margin, to the buy box, to the bestseller rank. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here, and it's only going to get better. So some of the things that I like is like the revenues. You're going to be able to see all the fees that are going to be in there. You're going to be able to see where you're spending your ad spend on. You're going to be able to see promotions. You're going to be able to see how many days of inventory you have left. You're going to see where your sales velocity is. You're going to see your rank in that category. Mm-hmm. And then what we tell you at the true profit and margin level is how much you make per unit and what your margin is on that. After all that stuff is taken into account, you're going to be able to know what your profit margin is, what your total ACOS is, what your PPC ACOS is, and what your per unit, what your take home is after all those fees. So this is a good section because it breaks down each individual product and shows you all those charges and revenues and spend and inventory for each individual SKU. So I like this section a lot because there's a lot of data right here.
Oh yeah, now let's touch on the importance of the total ACOS versus the PPC ACOS. I feel like this is one of the most important metrics when you're advertising, to understand this, because the total ACOS does not get reported inside Seller Central, inside your campaign manager. You have to calculate it. And essentially the ACOS that you see in your campaign manager is what's called the PPC ACOS. So it is your ad spend divided by the revenue directly generated from the clicks on your ads. So it's not all of your product sales. Your total ACOS is the ad spend divided by your total revenue, whether it's paid or organic for that product. That's really important because you can get scared off by a high PPC ACOS when in fact your campaigns are running great. You could have a really low total ACOS, and that's sustainable for a long time. And so being able to get a quick snapshot of that inside product view can really help you in your strategy when you're trying to set target ACOS. We'll talk about that in a little bit, because it'll allow you to determine whether you can be more aggressive or not, knowing that number. So huge calculation that you can get right inside of our product view section.
Mm-hmm. Good job there. I like that. All right, let's go over to PPC Manager. That's the next section we have in here. This is where we import all your campaigns. But Dustin, why don't you touch a little bit on what PPC Manager does, how it works, why people should use it, and just how to get started with it.
Absolutely. So all your campaigns will import into the PPC Manager section, and then you have the option to turn our optimizer on for that campaign. So Sellozo is not going to start touching any of your campaigns you don't want it to. You can tell it to. So when you turn the optimizer on, you're going to have to import. You're going to have to tell our tool what your target ACOS is. So that's basically the only strategy that you have to set is what the target ACOS is. We could talk for hours and hours about what that should be. It's depending on what phase of the product life cycle you're in. If you're in a launch phase or if you're coming in, but if you're coming on and you've currently got a campaign that's running at like 30% ACOS and you want to try to get that down to 20, that's a reasonable adjustment. So you can set that target ACOS at 20%, and our tool will begin automating the bid adjustments. So that's one way in which our tool optimizes your campaigns is by adjusting the bids to that target ACoS that you set. The second way we fully automate the optimization process is by grouping campaigns together. So you can create and link campaigns together in campaign groups. This is shown inside our campaign studio. And what this allows you to do is this allows you to automate the entire optimization process. So you could set up an automatic targeting campaign, and you could connect that to a manual targeting campaign. And so you could have a link rule that anytime a search term converts out of the auto campaign, our tool will create a broad phrase or exact match in the destination campaign based on what you set. And so what happens there is now you're telling Sellozo how to automate the keyword transfer. So like I said, if something converts in the auto, our tool will make it an exact match in the destination campaign and then negative exact match that out of the auto campaign. So now you've found a successful keyword, you've taken it out of the auto, and it's now it'll be in the manual where the bids can be adjusted daily. So all of that is what our tool will automate for you. Also, our tool will conservatively negate search terms out of automatic campaigns that are not converting or not predicted to convert at your target ACoS. So essentially the entire process of optimization can be set up inside that campaign studio. Unbelievably powerful. You have the ability to build much more complex campaign structures. For example, you could do an auto to a broad to a phrase to an exact match pattern where you're going to do more keyword testing. So there's lots of options. We've got tons of templates set up, that tried and true templates that you can utilize. And then that's the optimization part. Now, Chris, you can talk on just once you're in PPC Manager, the ability to drill down into all the different sections, see what our tool is doing, and then maybe be able to override our tool in certain cases. I'll let you touch on that.
Yeah, for sure. So inside Sellozo, you have the ability to override some of the bid adjustments or put minimum and maximum inputs in for each keyword or even each campaign. So if you didn't want the keyword to go below a $2 bid, you can do that inside the tool, especially on some of the keywords that you know that you want to be competitive for. If you want to always stay high on that bid, you can put a minimum bid in there. But just by simply edit the keyword, and you can add your minimum or your maximum bid that you don't want the tool to go higher than, mm-hmm. and Sellozo will stay within those parameters. So I've done this with my products. Is I know that a $2 bid is going to keep me on page one, and I don't want the tool to go less than $2. So I will make a minimum bid of $2. And then the max bid I'll leave empty because I want Sellozo to figure out what the max bid needs to be for each of those keywords.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great point, Chris. You're cut out again a little bit, so I'm gonna.
And so,
yeah, you were chopping up a little bit there, so I was telling you what a great point you were making, though.
Well, I know we're having a little bit of difficulties, but you guys out there listening, if you ever want to see a demo of this, or you ever want to just test it out, this is where Dustin and I come into play, and this is where we help with sellers daily kind of go through the tool and answer any questions they have about what is really going on here, because there's a lot of data inside, and it can kind of get overwhelming. But as soon as you understand what's really happening and see what we're doing, it's clear as day. So it's very easy to understand once you kind of get a grasp of what the software is actually doing.
Absolutely. Why don't we go now and just talk about the activity log real quick? This is, this section inside Sellozo just allows you to sort through and filter and look at all the adjustments that the tool or you have done to your account. So you'll be able to see every single bid adjustment. You'll be able to see every negative keyword created, et cetera. And you can always filter through those to see them. But that gives you, your ability to see what our tool has done for you.
Yeah, just to kind of give some people listening an overview on what we're looking at here. Over the last 7 days, Sellozo's made over 7,000 bid adjustments.
Yeah.
Doing that manually will take you forever. It's also found 350 new keywords. It negated 22, and it created 4 new campaigns. Those are things that the tool is always doing every day. Trying to do this manually will take you hours. We give you all the data so you can see what we're doing, see what the software is doing, see what the ad engine's doing, so that you can understand the bid adjustments. You can understand, if the negative keywords are being created, the new keywords, the new campaigns, even day parting. That's a cool feature that we haven't even touched on, but that's also another feature we have. So there's just a lot of things that are happening, and the activity log will show you all that.
Yeah, and this is why I like it, because this fits my personality as a business owner, is the ability to not have to really do much of this work or any of it, but review it. I love reviewing it. I love seeing what's happened. And then if I need to make strategic decisions or strategic changes, I can. But that's it. This is like having an employee send you a report. Hey, here's what I've done. And you get to look it over. And it really, really is beneficial. And yeah, we didn't touch on day parting, but for anybody out there who wants to know what day parting is where you can set parameters where when you want your ads to run during the day, or on what days a week you want it to run. So it could be a really powerful tool, which we will for sure do a full podcast just on day parting down the roads, because there's a lot that you can dig into. But yeah, it's very easy in our user interface to set up day parting parameters. Finally, let's touch on the financial reporting section. This is, we're pulling everything in from your Seller Central account, and we're unpacking all the fees, all the everything. We're doing it at the account level. We're doing a total of your cost of goods sold and your inbound shipping. So we're able to show you a full financial report section. So it's pulled up here. So I know those of you on the podcast are just listening, but you're able to change the date ranges, and then see like your month-over-month deltas on your sales, costs, profit, margin. You're able to see a full breakdown of all the fees that have come out of all the FBA fees, broken out, unpacked, so it's easier to understand. If you're any VAT taxes or anything, if you're selling to international marketplaces, you'll see all of that as well, plus the total of your inbound shipping and cost of goods sold. So you can see your account level, total profit, and margin.
Yeah, this is good. This is a lot of people don't even know these numbers. So when we show them this on demos, this is a good section that they're like, I didn't even know this existed. So this is a good area to actually see where you're.
Yeah, you were cutting out a little bit again there, Chris, but we got the point.
I'm going to take this laptop and throw it out the window.
It's okay. It's Friday. Stuff starts falling apart on Friday. But it's no worries. But this is the financial reporting is, it's just, you can see your whole account. You can see where there's potentially problems, or potentially where you're getting overcharged for stuff, or ways to decrease your fees somehow if they look out of whack. So this is just great to have this data right at your fingertips here. So yeah, so much inside Sellozo that each one of these sections we could talk about for hours, the power of them. But just in general, knowing that your ad campaigns are being managed properly and adjustments are being made every day can make a huge difference. If you're out there and you're a seller and you're doing something like just running automatic campaigns right now and you're not touching it, just turning on our optimizer, you're going to see almost immediate changes in the efficiency of your ad campaigns. It's just so powerful in what it's doing, and I highly recommend you do it. And like Chris mentioned before, you can go to Sellozo.com right now, and you can click request a demo, and you can book a time with either Chris or I. We talk to sellers all day long. We'll spend 30 minutes talking to you, talking about anything about your Amazon account that you want to talk about. We will demo the platform. And then if you do decide to sign up, you're going to get another call with Chris and I. We're going to get back on with you, and we're going to go over your account with you and make sure that you know how to use the tool. We can help you set up your first couple campaigns. So we want you to take advantage of that. And then we can also see if you are maybe a candidate to be a part of our fully managed program, where you actually get a full-time account manager at Sellozo who will be doing all this work for you, and you get these calls. They're experts. You'll have weekly calls with our experts, and they'll be managing your campaigns for you. So we would love to talk with you. We'd love to get on a call. We'd love to demo for you and just find out what we can do to help your business.
Yeah, and we mentioned this earlier. Like this FBA business can be kind of lonely sometimes, and you need someone to talk to or have questions. I know it was for me when we first started. So don't hesitate. If you have something you want to go over, or you have a question about ads or whatever, this is what Dustin and I do. We're here to help. Sellozo will escalate all this for you. You can automate your ads. You can see how we're working, and you can.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is very.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit again, but we got it. It's okay. It's Friday. It's Friday. No worries. But anyway, you guys get out there, go to Sellozo.com, book a time with us. We'd love to show you this. It's helped our business a ton. We love working for Sellozo. We love talking to sellers. So please take us up on that offer. All right, Chris, we'll be back at this again on Monday after celebrating for sure a Chiefs victory on Sunday. And we can't wait to be talking to you guys again. That was fun, Chris. Have a good day.
Yeah, we'll see you, man.
All right.